If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Hello, Lives on the Road subscribers and followers. Last weekend I don't know when this is actually going to post. A few weekends ago, I posted a walk-around video of this campground here in South Carolina, this Elmwood recreational area at the Francis Marion Campground. And a lot of you showed some excitement about the walk-around type of videos, which I rarely do them. I do them every time I go to a campground. I try to do, show you the campground, but they never get a lot of views. Well, so I got a lot of feedback, and I thought, I'm going to start doing these, and I'm going to try to put, do a couple a week, put them on the weekends maybe, early in the morning. But the thing is, there were several comments suggesting they wanted to see it, and that's great. But there were several comments that suggested that we needed to do more of these walk-around videos. And I got to thinking about what that might have actually meant. So I thought I would explain what we do and why we don't do a lot of them in the first place. And I'm fearful that I'm either miscommunicating again about what our mission is, or I'm not talking about it enough. So I'm going to go back to the subject. What our mission is to show you how to full-time live in a national forest, or as cheaply as possible. I've said before, I'm not a full-time RVer. I'm a full-time, maybe camper, full-time pop-up camper. I don't know what it is. So it's not like we're just traveling all over the country. Once a month, I give you my budget, and and you'll see that I only have a budget of $800, and we come in around $650. I'm getting ready to. There's not a lot of money in there to just travel the country and do a campground review every other day or so. And I know there's a lot of YouTube RVers that do that, and that's pretty much all they do is just show you campsite after campsite after campsite, or sightseeing destination after sightseeing destination. That's not what I'm trying to show you. As a matter of fact, I just made a video not too long ago. I'll put it right here, where I talked about. I'll put a link right here, where I talked about thriving on bare essentials, which is what we do. So the best way to explain this is, we try to stay at the campsite at the maximum amount of time, 14, 21 days, whatever it is. And then we try to find another campground as close as possible to that one, so we're only traveling, a small amount of distances. When we were in West Virginia, along the Highway 81 corridor, we ended up staying there, gosh, I bet 2.5, 3 months. We started out Southwest Virginia and ended up Northwest Virginia. And we didn't travel much. As a matter of fact, from the second campground we stayed at to the third campground we stayed at was a 30-mile distance. From the third campground to the fourth campground we stayed at was a 1/4 mile. And there's a lot of advantages to that. One, we still get to see the country. Maybe not at a breakneck speed, but I did a video where I talked about seeing nature and being with nature. So that's what it is. But here's the question. This is our home. Our pop-up camper is our home. So if you look at a stick and brick house, okay, you may not go, you don't go out every day and, try to find a new sightseeing destination. I lived in Missouri most of my life. I went to the Arch a handful of times. Went to the zoo maybe a handful of times. And I went to, Six Flags a handful of times. But it's not like I went out every weekend or, anytime I got a chance, go out and look for the sightseeing destinations. No, most of the time I would stay at home, watch TV, got on the computer just like everybody else does. So this is our home. So when we travel, what we try to do is plan out what we want to see. So like when we came from Virginia to South Carolina, we knew we wanted to see the ocean. So we took the extra time to travel from Virginia, because remember, we're heading from, colder climate, and we're going to spend the winter in Florida. Spending the winter in Florida, which means we're not doing a lot of traveling. We're going to see parts of Florida all winter long, but we're not going to be traveling, all over the country. We're going to be stationary for a while. But anyway, when we came from Virginia to South Carolina, we tried to find a spot that we could go see a sightseeing destination relatively close. We're here 14 days. It's not like we're going to go out every day. We're going to go out once, twice in that 14 days. Maybe like you do at home. Maybe. I don't even think people go out that much in their home. Maybe once a month, maybe every other month, but not, every weekend. But anyway, so we got close to Myrtle Beach, so we could go see the ocean. That's what we wanted to see. And next time we have to move, we're going to go to the Apalachicola National Forest in Florida. And guess what's going to be down there? More ocean. That's exactly what we want to see, is ocean. But our sightseeing is right here. In that video where I talked about, being part of nature, and I'll put that link right here. I got to see a lizard that I've never seen before. I get to see, I don't want to repeat that whole video, but if you watch that video that I just showed you, every place we go, I get a whole new 8 acres all to myself where I can go check it out. And so what I'm going to try to do in these videos, these walk-around videos, is I'm going to try to show you those 8 acres. And the 8 acres is a reference from that video I posted. We used to live on 8 acres, and so now every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, we get a whole new 8 acres. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to show you what we are experiencing, not what the expectation is. Look, there are lots of YouTube RVers out there that are showing you what you're asking for, all this sightseeing stuff. I'm going to show you what I think we are considering the reality of living out here at these free campsites. This is what we wanted to do. And remember, I've talked many times about other people's expectations of what we should be doing. Well, we have to meet our own expectations, and this is what we want to do. So anyway, I hope that clears it up a bit. I appreciate you watching, and I hope I can continue to explain what it is we're trying to do and what we're trying to teach, or share. That's probably a better word. Try to share our lives with you. So anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video, and happy travel.